What's going on, YouTube? Nate the Great back at it again in the gym today with a deadlift session. And I have to say, out of all of the workouts I've done post vacation, this is by far the worst. Even doing just the bar here, my form felt awful. It doesn't look so bad looking back at the footage now, but it felt bad then, and it only felt worse the more weight I put on. With 135 on the bar here, I only did, I believe, a set of 10 to warm up, and usually my warm-ups are at least 12 reps, and I just felt very generally rusty. It was not a good session, to say the least. And I really wanted to get it over with as soon as I could because I just felt like crap. After 135, I went up to 185, and this is quite the ego hit to the ego here because I only hit 185 for a set of 5 here, and 185 is a weight that I could comfortably do normally for 3 sets of 8. So just that fact alone really kind of upsets me that I've lost strength just because I've been out of practice. But hopefully that doesn't mean I'm out of I've lost that strength, permanently. Hopefully that's just, a bump in the road temporarily. But my working sets I did here were 3 sets of 10 with 155. And this is what gave me a little bit of hope for the next, for the next few weeks or so. Because 155, I mean, this is generally what I do is 3 sets of 10. And the fact that I was still able to do this, even though the rest of my lifts felt like garbage, it gives me hope for future deadlift sessions that that set of 135 and the set of 185, and even my warm-up set with just the bar, that was all just rust coming off the gears, and in future deadlift sessions this won't be such a big problem. But following up on my 3 sets of 155, I've moved on to single leg hamstring presses with a 45 and a 10 on each side. And I did this for 3 sets of 10 as well. As I always say, my exercise for this is to just take the plates I used on my deadlift for my working sets and go from there. But following up with a leg press, went to hamstring curls with 108 pounds for 3 sets of 15. And thankfully, that by this point, my hamstrings were nice and warm and ready to go, so this wasn't all that big of a deal for me. But as always, I followed up my workout with calves, abs, and biceps. And because it's a leg day, using both legs with 240 pounds for 3 sets of 20 calf extensions. And my bicep movement I chose for today were these things I found from an Instagram bodybuilding post. Is to take a curl and break it into 2 parts, the lower half of the curl and the upper half of the curl. And I did 3 sets with 8 reps of each of these. So you start off with the bottom half of the rep for 8 reps, and the top of the rep for 8 reps, then the full rep for 8 reps. And I have to say, I've never had a better bicep pump in my life. But that does it for this video, guys. You can check me out on Instagram and Twitter at Nate the Great Harmon, and I will see you all in the next video.